Divine evening, everybody. Divine evening. Okay. Hope everybody is having a divine day and that you had an awesome day. I know for me, I got back home after an amazing weekend. So I'm just gonna allow time for everybody to hop on. And y'all, I kind of got my times mixed up again. I'm supposed to be on another call, but because I scheduled this and I've been pushing this one back because I've been out of town and I did not have any of my equipment with me. So I've been pushing it back. So I'm gonna go ahead and go live, and I will get my scheduling together because it's like been completely totally off. So, but yeah. So while I am waiting for everybody to hop on here, I'm going to go ahead and start sharing and letting people know that I am live. But yeah, it's been a really great weekend. Last week was good. The week before that, it's been a really good week. Um, but yeah, so like I said, my apologies for the pushback. I was not prepared when I went out of town because thought I was gonna be back um yesterday, but I end up staying another day um while I was out of town. So I did push my time back. But anyway, I am so glad to be here on tonight. Like I said, I'm supposed to be on another call, but I couldn't push it back again. So I could have came early, but like I said, I got my times all mixed up. But I will be revamping my schedule all over again to make sure that I can get everything within my schedule completed. Um, so most definitely, because this call I'm missing it's an important call. So, um, but because like I said, I did what I did. My bad, and I'm gonna hold to my own commitment is that me going live, and I might be changing that up a little bit because like I said, like I have a lot of things going on. um and one of the things that just me sharing, one of the things that I'm going to be doing, because like I said, I'm a full-time entrepreneur, but like with my business, I do that on a part-time basis. But I'm going to flip the script and change some things around to where I will be doing my business full-time. So that's going to be definitely a change for me. Um, is to focus like majority of my time full time of on my business. So that's going to be priority for me, and then the jobs that I do, that's that's second nature. So this will be my plan A versus my plan B, but I will be doing both of them. um but if you are looking at the title, it is advanced attraction marketing techniques, creating a strong call to action. So that's what we're going to be talking about on tonight. And if you are joining me, and if you like to, go ahead and let me know where you're tuning in from. Appreciate that. Hashtag live if you're watching on the live, hashtag replay if you're going to be watching on the replay. Like I said, appreciate you guys for, ladies and gentlemen, let me just get that correct. Ladies and gentlemen, for, connecting with me. Um, so, um, so again, I want to say hello to everyone and welcome to our live session. Technically, it's supposed to be week 3, but we're not in week 3. So, and this is advanced attraction marketing techniques. And so today we're focusing on creating a strong call to action. I am Shakitha, and I'm tuning in from the great state of Texas. And I am so excited to be here to bring you this value. So, call to actions are crucial in guiding your audience to take the next step. So whether it's signing up, making a purchase, or joining your network. And thank you, Marissa, for tuning in all the way from Fort Worth. Howdy, howdy. How are you doing? So how you feeling? I hope you're feeling better. Um, and that you have gotten back to your students. So appreciate that. But like I said, if you find value in today's session, please share it with your network. And if you're not following me yet, hit that follow button and stay updated. Are you much better? I'm so glad you're so much better. Oh, so you can get back to your beautiful, divine, lovely students. All right. So so again, so also don't forget to join our Legacy Leaders Lounge group to learn more about our network marketing business. So DM me for the invitation, or you can search, Legacy Leaders Lounge group. Um, no, the Legacy Leaders Lounge under the group options under Facebook. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this session. So, understanding CTAs, and what is a CTA? CTA is simply a call to action. It is a prompt that encourages your audience to take a specific action. It can be a button, a link, or a verbal prompt. And most times we see when we're on social media, it's going to be a verbal prompt. What do we do? Hey, drop some flames if you want this, or comment 888, or DM me this, or DM me that, or links. For the most part, I would say I really wouldn't truly use links, is because Facebook does not favor links if you're going to be doing it on Facebook. And then um links on Instagram, they're not clickable if you're putting it in your comment. I mean, your in your caption. You'll have to refer people to the link in your bio. And LinkedIn, I do believe. Thank you for the flames. So I do believe LinkedIn, the link on LinkedIn, it is clickable, and also on Twitter X, it's clickable over there. But Facebook, it is clickable, but they don't favor it. So when you put a link in Facebook, 9 times in 10, you're not going to get too much engagement on that. And of course, Facebook has trained their people. We have been trained on Facebook, okay? Most times you're going to see a person bypass it, because whenever you put a link on Facebook, it shows as a kind of like a little blog. And so most people, they typically don't click on it. I know I have, like I said, I've been trained. I don't click on them myself. So I'm gonna be the first one to say I'm guilty of that. But yeah, so I wouldn't suggest using links on Facebook. Now you can put them in the comments, but Facebook have gotten wind of that, so the algorithm is gonna do what it do. So it it can be favorable, but it's still not. But in any event, let's go ahead and talk about the purpose, though. So the purpose of a call to action. The main goal of a call to action is to drive engagement and conversions by clearly guiding your audience on what to do next. Because sometimes, we got to guide people, because, not saying people are not smart, but people want to know what you want them to do. So you got to give them instructions. Hey, click the link in my bio. If you want to know more about this, click this. If you want to know about this, DM me this, or, give them a call to action to drive them to do what you want them to do next. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into creating effective CTAs. That's plural, CTAs. So a clear, compelling language. So your call to action should be straightforward and convey exactly what you want your audience to do, right? We just talked about that. So use a strong action verb. It's a verb, so you're doing something, right? And avoid ambiguity. And I forgot what this word means. Me and my nephew, we actually went over this about ambiguity, but just right off the top of my head, I can't remember exactly what that is. But matter of fact, let's do this. I'm going to look it up just so I can give you the definition, because it just makes sense for me to do that, right? So ambiguity. Let me see what that means. Because like I said, we went over that before, and I just simply can't remember what it is. It's a small word, but a big word, right? Probably got a small meaning, but anyway, um, that means, let's see, ambiguity means it refers to something that is unclear. Okay, right. Oh, thank you, Marissa. Vague. Thank you. I don't know. I just saw that, but thank you for that. Yeah. So it's something unclear, vague, like Marissa just shared. It's something vague. So you want to make sure that you avoid ambiguity, things that are not clear and are vague. So you want to give a strong action, a verb, something to do. So instead of click here, instead like here's an example. Instead of click here, use download your free ebook now or join our free webinar today. Like that, right? So that's like a clear call to action, right? You ain't trying to figure out what it is. So let's talk about align with audience needs. So what are the needs of your audience, right? We want to first of all want to ensure the call to action addresses a need or solves a problem for your audience. Because otherwise it's just pointless to be posting. So, kind of having conversations. Okay, are you posting with intention or are you just posting just to be posting, right? I don't know. When I post with intention. How about you? How about you? Are you posting with intention or are you just posting? Drop it in the comments and let me know. Because if you're posting without any intention, you're going to get just exactly what you're getting, right? So here's an example of align with audience needs. So if you're offering a free consultation, highlight how it will help them achieve their goals or solve a specific problem or a specific issue, right? You want to make sure that they're knowing what is going to help them. You know, the pain points, the needs, the interests, things like that. And also, what you want to do also is create an urgency. That would be the next thing. Encourage immediate actions by incorporating a sense of urgency or exclusivity, right? This is only exclusive for this time only, right? So when you're creating an effective call to action, you want to make sure that it's a clear and compelling language. You want to also make sure that it aligns with your audience needs and that you are creating urgency. So let me go back to that urgency thing, right? Because I forgot something. So you want to use a phrase like limited time offer, only a few spots left, or act now before it's too late. So that would be, you know, uh, an urgency. I mean, how you want to create an urgency. Excuse me. So also you want to have visual appeal. Make your call to action stand out visually. Let people see. They got to see it, right? Because a lot of us are visual. I know I'm visual. I mean, you can tell me something all day, but if I don't see it, I mean, because I'm still working on that visualization, right? Still working on that. So use contrast colors, bold fonts, or buttons to draw the attention. It's kind of like we talked about a couple of weeks ago. We talked about a hook. Make sure you got a strong hook. Let me see this bold letters right there. Boom. You see me, right? So example, a brightly colored button with a clear message will attract more clicks compared to a plain text link. But of course, on Facebook, you really don't get a button. So you definitely have to have a different type of call to action like we talked about earlier. So and really you don't really see a button unless you're actually doing a ad. I mean, so like if you're creating a Facebook ad or 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 let me say this, or say for instance if you are on if you have a business page, you can create those buttons on a business page, because I know I get the option whenever I'm posting on my business page, that you can have a button there. You can put a button there. And sometimes it'll pop up automatically and say, okay, do you want like to put a button there. But typically you'll get those buttons whenever you're actually creating a Facebook ad. Now, like I said, I have not created ads in LinkedIn. Haven't tried that yet. I mean, that might be one of the things I'll try next. But then, like on Instagram, you do get a button over there for you get a message button. So if you want to use the message button and you put the call to action in, your content and saying, hey, click here, click the message button to send me a message or something like that. You can do that on Instagram, right? And like I said, I really don't use Twitter, so I really can't even tell you on that. So that might be something that you might want to kind of research out on your own. But yeah, but ask me about Facebook and some Instagram. I probably can tell you that. And TikTok, TikTok, you don't get no buttons over there. Matter of fact, they don't even have clickable links unless you actually have a business profile. Because I do believe, like on a personal one, you don't get the option to put a link in the bio. So you do have to have a different type of profile in order to have that link on TikTok. Unless they change something, I'm not aware, but I know that when I first, tried to put a link there on TikTok, it was not clickable until I changed it to a business type uh, account. So let's talk about examples of effective call to actions. All right. So let's break down some successful call to actions from well-known campaigns. So here's the first one. So anybody anybody use Dropbox? Because you have Dropbox signups for free call to action is direct and highlights the value of joining without any financial commitment. So that it says drop boxes. Let me say that the drop boxes sign up for free call to action is direct and highlights the value of joining without the financial commitment. And I do believe, that's that because I use Dropbox and I know there's certain things that you can do with Dropbox, but I hadn't seen this one yet. The sign up for free call to actions and the direct and highlights the value of joining without any financial commitment. So that's an example, but I haven't seen it myself yet. So the next one is Airbnbs. Start your search. Call to action encourage users to explore available options aligning with their needs for accommodation. So that will be a for your Airbnbs. I don't know. I wish I had a different example, but anyway, so those are different examples of call to actions. I don't know. The first one just kind of just threw me off, but anyway, um, but but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on into those success stories, right? So we got like three. I have three success stories here. We got Sarah, John, and Emily, and and just keep in mind we're talking about creating strong call to action. So that's what these stories are going to be about. Call to action. So we have Sarah, a network marketer, used a call to action in her email campaign that read, "Get your free marketing guide today." This call to action led to a 35% increase in downloads and significantly grew her email list. Right? I mean, and one thing I know, I don't know, email is definitely, I mean, a definitely good way to build your list and be able to communicate with people, and you can definitely do those call to actions in the email campaign because you getting people's names, numbers, phone numbers. But most I think the easiest ones to do when you're doing email campaigns is just get a name and an email address. Because when you start asking for people's phone numbers, it gets a little like, okay, they don't want to put their information in. But though, depending on depending on, what your business is, where if you have to talk to people, like the business we're in, we got to talk to people. So I'm going to ask for a phone number, right? But in any event, like with the strategy that she used with her call to action, it increased her downloads and it grew her email list. So you definitely want to utilize an email campaign to grow your list, and you can still add that phone number on there. You don't have to just get the email and name an email. So we have John who crafted a call to action for his social media ads that said, "Join our exclusive group now." So I have a group, right? Maybe I need to put exclusive on there, right? By creating urgency and exclusivity, he saw a 50% increase in group signups within a week. So I know, Marissa, you out there, you got a business. I don't know. Do you have a group? You can put it in the comments. And anybody for that matter, if you have a group, I mean, this you might want to utilize this particular strategy right here, on your on Facebook. Now I know it may just work also for Instagram, because Instagram you can do like subscribers. So you can have a subscriber platform. I know I'm in some groups that I don't know how I ended up in them, but I'm in them. Subscriber groups or whatever on Instagram. So you can utilize that as well on Instagram. And I'm sure, yeah, on LinkedIn, you can also do that as well. But there's another one. I don't know if you have, I mean, in your, so if you have a group, start, utilize I mean, and grow your group. I mean, it can be definitely exclusive for people to, know exactly, what your business is all about before they move forward, before they take action, join you, right? Um, you can give them like little insider little tips and things, right? Um, and so, but like I do know there's another. I don't know. Have anybody heard of Alignable? That's another place where you can actually promote on Alignable. I really don't use it much, but I am on that platform. Alignable. It's new, but not new. I mean, because a lot of people haven't heard of it, but you can also create communities over there as well. I mean, they also have ads where you can create ads over there also. So, and a third story, we have Emily here who used a CTA schedule. She says, schedule your free consultation now on her website. By clearly addressing her audience needs, she doubled her appointment bookings in just 1 month. I can't even talk. Just 1 month. So, that's another way for you to, create a call to action. I mean, even in what we do, I love to advertise. I like people to book on my calendar. Why? Is because the thing is, they are setting the appointment because they want to know what it is that I have that I can help them with, right? Then you have that appointment on your books, on your calendar, and you're gonna have those calls. So I'm like, I love when people book on my calendar. I mean, I'm not having to like chase them down or anything like that, because they're directly booking on my calendar just by using like Emily, offer them something on the website, and then they can, you know, book an appointment, right? And it will. One thing I know for sure, it will increase your appointment. You can double your bookings. You can have because I would have like, I know I would when I'm doing ads in that manner where people are booking on my calendar, I will at least have 8 appointments that will be scheduled. I can have 8 appointments scheduled within a day, because what? It doesn't take me but 15 minutes to talk to a person. So within 2 hours, because I would like set my thing out for like 2 hours. So I can get like 8 appointments in 2 hours. And just imagine like 8 times what? You doing this every day of the week? No, don't quote me on my math. I'm gonna have to go ahead and calculate because I'm not no mathematician. No. I'm not a mathematician. So uh I'm not, my daughter, she probably would have already rattled off the number for me. But anyway, so if you're doing it like I mean, if you're booking appointments 7 days a week, I mean, what you're looking at 56 calls in a week, and then what you times that four. I mean, you can get 224 calls within a whole month. I mean, just by people booking on your calendar. So I encourage you utilizing the calendar, because that way, saying people let you know what availability they have based on your availability on your calendar. So, but anyway, that is pretty much all I have for that. But the next thing is like we're gonna get into the Q&A session, right? So now let's open the floor to your questions about creating effective call to actions and attraction marketing in general, right? So if you have any questions, feel free to ask anything, and I'm here to help clarify any doubts you may have, um, the best way I can. If I don't have an answer, I'll definitely find it out for you. Because like I said, I know a lot of things, but I don't know everything. Okay. So in a lot of things, I encourage you to do your due diligence and research it yourself. Because you may pick up on, you might find something else different. But this is like kind of some of the basic things that you can do. Um, I call it basic, but it will definitely help you in your business. So if we have no questions or no comments, I'm gonna do my Janet Jackson countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. If you have questions later, feel free to comment in the comment sections later on, whether that be live right now or more or less on the replay, right? On the replay. So and I get those questions answered for you. I do my best to try to respond to every comment. Sometimes I miss some, but don't charge it to my heart. Don't even charge to my head. Just don't charge me. I appreciate that. Anyway, as I wrap up here, I hope this session has given you valuable insight into crafting a strong call to action that drives results. And if you found value in today's discussion, I'm tongue tied. Shakita, slow it down, girl. Please share it with others. And if you're not following me yet, make sure you hit the follow button. Okay. And so, again, you can join our Legacy Leaders Lounge group to learn more about our network marketing business. So, DM me for the invitation, or you can just look it up, Legacy Leaders Lounge. All right. So again, I want to thank you all for tuning in with me on tonight and staying with me. Appreciate it. And I will see you on tomorrow.